All right, 11:01. I will get started. We'll keep it brief today. I'm trying not to take offense to the fact that I think the relative calm over the last couple weeks in the markets have given all of you maybe some additional peace of mind and sleep. And so I'm going to just be thankful for that and hope it lasts without feeling overly convinced that it will last. But I thought I would take this opportunity to talk about a couple of themes that are on our mind. We've had some really awesome debates this week among the investment committee. And again, my hat's off to the team at Mirador for really keeping things running like a top. And I would say, before I get into anything else, starting Monday, we will be sort of starting the long process of getting back to a little bit more normal. People will be coming into the office, more cycling through. I don't think there's anybody who would be listening to this that has felt like they couldn't get in touch with us if they wanted to at any point along the way. But if you really need to meet in person, we can arrange that. Of course, I'll be wearing mask or whoever you're meeting with. We're going to try to observe the real common sense stuff that I think we now can point to that really puts the odds in our favor of not getting anyone else sick or getting sick ourselves, which is obviously everybody's goal. I thought that was it. One of the interesting things I thought was the MIT study that came out today that really convincingly put the blame on the outbreak and the viral exponential spreading of the outbreak in New York, laid it firmly at the feet or squarely at the feet of the New York subway system, where I don't remember what the number, but I think they said like 8 million people a day ride, and you have 20 people getting on and off out of each door at each stop along the way. And as we all know, coughing on your hands and touching a surface and having someone else touch that surface and touching their face seems to be the winner in terms of how to get it spread. And the subway seems to be a perfect vessel for doing just that. So gives me a little bit of peace of mind because I look at our lifestyle of the people that I know in the Tri-Valley and in the Bay Area, with the possible exception of the people who ride a lot of BART. That's not really how we do it. So anyway, I hope that is starting to get, have the waters recede a little bit on, what we need to be doing, and maybe just wearing masks and starting to get back to work is probably a sensible approach. But anyway, I'll leave that to the physicians. What I will talk about is the positioning of our strategies and the fact that we had another good week, which is awesome. And we initiated a new position for the first time in a while, and initiated it at a size where we initiated one at a size where it's like okay, we're going to own this for a decade, so let's buy it, and another where we're happy to add to it if we get opportunities at lower levels, and we're also happy to own it and let it just build as a position if we never see it at lower levels. So you guys will have seen those in your accounts this week. And of course, if you have any questions, please reach out to one of us, and we're happy to go into the particulars on why they were added. I think some of it will be a little bit obvious and slightly self-evident based on how we've done things in the past. So the last thing I'll say, and it is in the category of, markets have stabilized. Did we miss our opportunity to get real aggressive? Why aren't we really leaning into a more calm market where things are starting to go up, as much as they go down sometimes as we head back to, closer to the highs. I would just underscore that is not at all our perspective, certainly not my perspective. I find this to be a very treacherous time in the market and a very treacherous market. And one thing I will say was written about last week in Barron's, if anybody reads Barron's besides us, is that there have been a large group of people, generally people that are used to doing a lot of sports betting, that have found the stock market as a way to transition their urge to speculate on things from sports to markets. And I think Jonathan highlighted this in some sort of a subgroup that he follows, that, they're telling each other, betting on sports is really hard. The stock market's really easy. So this is what you got to do. And so we can see in the number of accounts that have been opened at Schwab and TD Ameritrade and Robinhood that number of people has really spiked. And unfortunately, I think a lot of the stimulus money that has gone out has found its way in some form or fashion, into the market and into instruments in the market that are the most hard to win at, right? Stock options and making short-term directional bets on the outcome, which is what sports betting is good at, right? These sort of these prop bet, coin flip type things. That's the same kind of instrument, if you will. So we don't regard that as comforting. The last times in my career, I remember everybody being super excited about anything at any price was 99. And we all remember the stories of the hairdresser pitching you Cisco and CMGI and any number of internet incubators. That didn't end that great. And then I remember literally in 2006, I think every other pitch I heard that year was trying to sell me some kind of real estate investment. I remember at one time our house cleaner, which a wonderful woman, had 5 houses in Livermore, which we thought was a head scratcher at the time. That didn't end well. And I don't know, maybe this all ends great. I'm suspicious of that, and I'm not going to be speculating that the lows are in and the V is in and the economy is going to be great. Quite the contrary. The more this goes, the more I'm concerned that this is just going to be a long slog. So we got through another week. That's good. We are well prepared. Many outs. I've said it a million times. I'm going to keep saying it, but be heartened by that, because there isn't anything that can come our way that we don't have a good response for already in the portfolios. So anyhow, have a great weekend. Look forward to seeing you all maybe soon, depending on how things go. You'll only see my eyes because I'll be wearing a mask. But besides that, stay well and talk to you later. Bye.